I'm with Wade Lawrence, the museum director at the museum in Bethel Woods. Woodstock, very, very famous, but also very chaotic at the time.
It was the first of the rock festivals to happen out in the rural countryside. And the planners were planning for a large crowd, but not for 500,000 people. So traffic, weather, lack of food and sanitation, everything worked against them.
Now, that led to some amazing performances. Some
Yeah.
of the performers didn't even know they were supposed to perform until the event.
Right. John Sebastian was attending just as a spectator, and he was recruited to walk on stage to fill in some time because some of the performers couldn't get to the site on time, and he had to borrow a guitar from Tim Harden. But he's just one example of how people just had to go with the flow.
How did the locals react?
A lot of the locals reacted very poorly. They boycotted Max Yasgur's milk for years because of it, and there was a lot of resentment. But as the event was happening, the locals realized that it wasn't the end of the world that they expected. The young people behaved themselves well, were polite, said please and thank you, and they left a feeling among many of the locals that this was a good thing, that these were good kids, and it was a good event.
What are you trying to do with the museum here?
We want to do two things. We want to commemorate the history that happened here, but I think more importantly, we want to draw parallels between that era, the 1960s, and today. What lessons can we learn politically, socially, interpersonally, that can make today's world a better world? And I think the big lesson is that people can come together in peace and love and make something work.
It's quite an emotional visit for a lot of people.
It is. People have grown up with the music, grown up with the history, and it's quite emotional to walk the grounds and feel the vibe.
Thank you very much.
Sure.